Hello students, welcome to the Samveda e-learning classes. My dear students, in the today's class, social science subject, class 8th, a part of the social science, political science, second lesson, public administration. We are going to learn part 1 of public administration, students. My dear students, in this lesson, we learn the importance of public administration and the meaning of public administration, scope of the public administration subject, meaning of the recruitment and its methods, meaning of training and its methods, Union Public Service Commission, Karnataka Public Service Commission, Central Government Secretariat, State Government Secretariat, as well as law and order. We will be able to study all these points in this lesson, students. My dear students, what is public administration? Public administration, one of the very important subject in the political science, students. Nowadays, public administration has gained wider acceptance in the world, students. Let us understand what is the meaning of public administration first. Dear students, it is become more important in the modern days as the society is undergoing with a lot of complexities and swift changes. Hence, the study of the public administration plays an important role here because it studies the human society as a civic society. Public administration as a subject, it has evolved in the United States of America. Initially started in USA, this subject. Who is known as the father of public administration subject? Dear students, you can look at the image. The former president of United States of America, none other than Woodrow Wilson, is called the father of public administration subject. And moreover, Alexander Hamilton was the man, one who used the word for the first time, public administration, in the year 1812. There are various definitions about public administration, students. What is public administration? According to Woodrow Wilson, he says very simple. The holistic and orderly implementation of law is public administration. And also, one more, a great leader, Pfiffner, says the consolidation of community initiatives in implementing public policies is public administration. Not only that, another famous writer, Luther Gulick, he defines public administration is related to the executive of the government. And overall, totally, what is public administration? Very simple, students. It is a part of the government that runs day-to-day functioning of the state. We learn about the government system. We learn about the functioning of the government in a day-to-day administration. So, public administration is one of the main component of this administration. What is the importance of public administration? Why we have to study the public administration? Dear students, public administration is the pillar of the government. See, we learn the three organs of the government, students. We learn about the legislature, we learn about the executive, we learn about the judiciary. In the government, you can run the government without the help of the legislature and the judiciary, but it is very difficult to run the government without the executive. So therefore, executive plays a very important role, students. So therefore, it is called public administration is believed here pillar of the government. Executive is called the pillar of the government. It serves various functions in the interest of the public. Of course, the welfare of the society and programs and policies of the government are all brought into effect with the help of the executive. So, the interest of the public is fulfilled by the executive organ, that is the public administration. And public administration is the one implementation of law and policies. Dear students, we have already learnt the legislature. The organ legislature makes the laws here, but the laws have to be implemented, the policies of the government have to be implemented here. That is the duty of the executive body. So therefore, it plays an important role again, and necessary to protect the social security. Yes, all the security should be provided to the people there. Economic security, social, all these kind of the securities can be provided by the executive and supports the legislature and executive. The public administration is the subject which will support the legislature and the executive here in order to study the problems of the society, find out the various solutions to the problems of the society, students. What is the scope of the public administration? It means where and all it is extended to the public administration. Which are the fields the public administration has spread nowadays? According to Woodrow Wilson and L.D. White, they say public administration includes all the three pillars of the administration. Which are the three pillars of the administration? We have already learned: the legislature and the executive and the judiciary. Dear students, Luther Gulick, he explains the public administration. It is the systematic organization, it is the systematic study of the post-corp. Scope of public administration through the English letters, post-corp, he explained. Each letter signifies, each letter explains the function of the public administration here. Post-corp, look at here, the word post-corp. P for planning, O for organization, S for staffing, D for directing, C for coordinating, and R for reporting, B for budgeting. The scope of public administration is hidden in the post-corp according to Luther Gulick. Let us understand every individual word, students. Planning. Of course, there is no planning, there is no success at all. When it comes to the government system especially, planning is the main agenda that every government should have. And according to the planning, the government should work here. So therefore, planning of the entire government, it is the main duty of the executive, and that is explained under the planning here, students. Organization. Yes, forming various departments and sub-departments and distribution of all the administrative structures, giving the responsibilities and roles for every department here to achieve the complete goal is the another work of the public administration, and that is done through the organization. And also staffing, very important here. Dear students, so in the public administration, it becomes very strong when there is a sufficient staffing, so that number of recruitment and training should take place here. Recruiting and training the needed staff. It also includes the framing the rules and regulations of civil service. Dear students, efficient staff is required. After that, we have a direction, providing direction and orders to the various departments. Of course, every department should be followed the directions, hierarchical structure and the directions given by the higher authority to the lower authority till the program becomes successful. Coordination, very, very important here. My dear students, we have already read in the government there are various departments, various ministries are there, and there must be a proper interaction between the various departments, and any conflicts rise between the departments. So it is easy to solve such kind of the problems by the public administrators. Coordination is very important for efficient public administration students. Reporting, another important point here. As I told you students, there is a hierarchical structure in the bureaucracy system. From the higher officer to the lower. Reporting by the officials to the senior officers on the functions of various departments. It should be reported time to time, and proper decisions should be taken by the officers then and there itself to find out the solutions to the problems emerged. Submitting reports to the legislature by conducting research, documentation and the investigation. Yes, it is the duty of the public administration wing. The research and the documentation, otherwise any investigation, everything has to be reported to the legislature organ students. Finally, the budgeting, very important here. Managing the financial planning, expenses, income calculation and auditing is one more important function of the public administration. Dear students, apart from the scope of the public administration, we have the recruitment process. What is recruitment here? We often heard recruitment. What is it? Recruitment, it is a process of searching eligible candidates for the civil services and motivating them to compete for the civil services is called recruitment. In our secretariat system, we have various civil servant students. In our administration system, we have number of civil servants. Appointing that civil servants into the public administration system is the recruitment here. According to O.J. Stahl, he says recruitment is the base of staff structure. Definitely, recruitment is the base for the proper public administration system, students. The officers are the strong, the executive wing is the very strong here. An efficient administration is based on efficient recruitment process. An efficient, an honest and an eligible person is selected to the civil service. The person delivers good public service through his creativity, intelligence and positive behavior. He will try to bring reforms in the society, he or she. So therefore, efficient leaders are very important here. When the recruitment process is there, the efficient candidates have to be recruited to the positions of the civil services. Recruitment, there are two types of the recruitments, students. What are those two types of the recruitments? A direct recruitment, which is called the external recruitment, and there is one more recruitment, it is called internal recruitment or recruitment with promotion. What is a direct recruitment? Direct recruitment is the most popular and the scientific method of recruiting. The recruitment takes place through the competitive examinations by various methods. eligible candidates through a competitive examination, they are elected. It is known as the direct recruitment. Whereas internal recruitment students, the internal recruitment takes place here. It is based on the promotion, based on the transfer, based on the services what they are rendered, selecting the eligible in-service personnel to higher positions is called internal recruitment. Most of the countries have adopted this method. Even India also follows the internal recruitment process, students. So in the department, who have the experience already, who are better known for handling the situations, they have been promoted to the higher positions. For them, more responsibilities are given here. That is called the internal recruitment. So internal and the external recruitments goes with a different process, students. And training, very, very important process it is. Dear students, once the recruitment process begins, the end of the recruitment process here, the training. Training is very, very important in the administration. The efficiency of the civil service personnel depends on the quality of the training received. Training is a continuous process, students. As the modern administrative functions are complex in nature, the personnel need to undergo proper training to know and manage the administrative functions here. Once they are recruited to the positions here, they should be trained, because the training experience is totally different. They should experience. So therefore, there are types of the training provided to the recruiters. Formal and informal training is provided there. Pre-service and post-beginning of service training is provided. Short-term and long-term training is provided. Departmental and central institutes training is provided. Skill training and background training is provided to the recruited. Dear students, look at an institute here. Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, Mussoorie. Dear students, all the UPSC candidates are all trained under this academy. Before they are posted to the various positions, the aspirants of IAS, IPS, ICS, IFS, all these who have been already recruited to the positions here, so they have been given the training in this institution. This is a world-class best training institute, students, and this is there in Uttarakhand. Dear students, here is a small video how a civil servant is trained under this institution. A video is there. Let us have a glance on that and then we'll continue. Welcome to the Union Public Service Commission. Union Public Service Commission. What is this UPSC? In the Constitution of India, it says very clearly there should be an independent public service commission in order to select and recruit capable and honest civil servants in the country. So therefore, public service should be kept away from the influence of politics, personal agendas. It should uphold the respect and dignity of the civil services. UPSC, according to the Article 315 of the Indian Constitution, it provides an opportunity here, formation of separate public service commission for the state and the center. 2 or 3 states can have a joint public service commission also. The president appoints the chairman and the members of the public service commissions. Dear students, the members of the Public Service Commission, they are appointed to the position. The tenure of the member is 6 years. Commission works independently, neither influenced by the legislature nor by the executive. A secretary works for the commission and presently it is based at New Delhi. What are the functions of the UPSC here? There are various functions. Under Article 320 of the Constitution, some of the functions are enlisted here. What are those? Conducting exams for the recruitment of Group A and B officers of central government. Conducting interviews for direct recruitment. Advising the central government on issues related to the promotion and transfer. It advises the government on the issues of the promotion and transfer. Advising the government on initiation of disciplinary actions against the erring government employees. And not only that, on the direction of the president, advising the government any needed issue. It can advise. Dear students, the commission, Union Public Service Commission will conduct the examination for various civil services, technical service, forest service and defense services at the national level. Here are some important key positions of the UPSC examination. IAS Indian Administrative Services, IPS Indian Police Service, IFS Indian Foreign Service, IRS Indian Railway Services and Indian Revenue Services, IAAS Indian Accounting and Auditing Services. Several civil service positions are there and it is the power with the union government. It can also make a new civil service position. It can also introduce a new civil service position if it required. Anyway students, the UPSC examination, the civil servants are recruited to the position here based on the structure of the pattern. There are 3 levels of the examination students. The first one is called the preliminary examination. Followed by the preliminary examination, the main examination will be there. Followed by the main examination, personality test. It means interview, third round will be there. So, end of the third personality test, the final list will be announced by the UPSC. Who have been appointed there, they have been sent to the Mussoorie to Lal Bahadur Academy of Administrative Institute for training. Dear students, you have an activity here. What is the activity? Make a visit to the nearby police station to understand the role of police department in maintaining the law and order. And you should have a discussion with the police officer who is present in the police station. This is activity for you students. Dear students, in this part we have learnt the importance of public administration and the meaning of public administration. We also learned the scope of the public administration system and we learned the meaning of the recruitment and its methods. We discussed what is training and what are the methods of different training and what is Union Public Service Commission. So we have discussed all these kind of the points in this video students. The rest we will continue in the part 2. Dear students, I am Hemant V. Dalwai who has been working as a social science resource person and also I work as an assistant master for the New Cambridge Group of Institutions, Vijayanagara, Bengaluru. Thank you students.